Now bless up yourself, my viewers and my subscribers, and thanks again for tuning in to another topic discussion and review. I can't let it go unnoticed that I see more likes on my previous video, and I just want to say thank you, cause as you know, my gratitude to you is a must. Now I have a few important topics that I'm gonna share with you, my viewers and my subscribers, and as promised, I shall give you part 2 of the other 2 resources which are vital to our nation, which the government seems like is unaware of the importance of us as a nation having our own mother of, father of, but God bless the nation that has its own. Now I'm gonna give you a quick preview of the stories I'm about to share with you in this broadcast. Now welcome back to another exclusive live. Now blessing goes out to all my viewers and all my subbies, all my well wishers. Like, share and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Coming up in today's topic and review.
As you're dead, call me. As you're dead, call me. 3 grand sing, 5 grand sing and ball, 7 grand sing ball and roll, and we have used straw bar, dig me off 5 coffin to go down the hole at 10 grand. That's a town price. Country price of 5 grand sing, 7 grand sing ball and roll. What can go so? As you're dead, call me.
Now my viewers and my subscribers, you can't stop laughing now. Jamaica is not a normal place. They want to sell 10 grand ball and roll 5 grand this and that, and almost forget it for go down in the hole. Papa Jesus, and I don't normal. Now one thing me know, Jamaican are some set of people where we make bread out of stone. We is a hustling nation. So that's why with an incompetent leader, we cannot be better. Because anytime we look at this lady, clearly we can see say something alright with she up top, and these are the supporters of the Labour Party, because number 28 turned Jamaica into a begging nation. You understand? Notice it. We becomes a begging nation. We becomes so fake. We need to find back the real authenticity within us as a nation.
Not good news. So the growth we have been having has come to an end. It is now decline. That's where we're into now. And as you heard from Dr. Henry there, for calendar year 2024, we are going to end the year poorer than how we started it collectively in terms of our output of goods and services. Not good. And therefore, making the connection, the Prime Minister would have been aware of this. He would have been aware of this, or ought to have been aware of this. Hence, what we heard from him on Tuesday.
Now my viewers, I hope you hear what is being said right there, so you know, that Cliff Hughes saying, you know, and Cliff Hughes as you know, are Andrew Holness bridge, you know, and the man I say Andrew Holness is basically a liar, because he must have known that the growth of the country is in decline before he went and made all those bold statements as at Tuesday conference. So basically, Cliff Hughes, I tell you that this man is a liar and always a try deceive the nation, and these are the things why he's gonna lose the election, because people with education are in Jamaica and them just play along. But you see, the end time, the right time come, call the election, Andrew Holness. Call it now. Call it number 28. Call it. Listen to it. Cliff Hughes I say carefully.
Because he would have known that, listen, the economy has stopped growing. It is now declining. Hence, what he told not good news. So, the growth we have been having has come to an end. It is now decline. That's
if you ask this lady, cause I saw her in the conference, what are the policies them that number 28 announced to you that gonna make your life better? And the only thing me know number 28 was saying in his speech was where him take the Jamaica people them, as we me say, for some licky beggy people we love handout. Because all he was doing in that conference was promising handout. And you see how the labourite them a jump up and a yet before them say no, we want something sustainable. We don't want no temporary fix. We want something that's gonna be sustainable, that's a something solid. Cause this temporary fix where I come with, where I cut this and I cut that and I give this and I give that, how long you think he's gonna do that for? That's just a little bribe because the election is round the corner. Now this lady, the only reason why she at the conference, is because money was given away. Because as we say, the Labour Party, anytime it come to election, them go on and them find all of the top man them in the community, all of the little leaders them, and them shell them out with money and make them go out and issue out to all of the little youths them, and then the people them know say it's a money conference. So them know say them a go, them can get a one day food, them can get a little meal for the day, them can get a little drink, because them probably never have it at home. And them know them leave the conference with a little 10 grand in them pocket. But what? The next day them gone back to them same sufferation. So don't let this conference fool you. Most of the people there was there for one reason, and that is to get the little money where the government are hand out to them. Them never did it for the policies, because them the policies there won't benefit them and them family. However, I want you to listen to what this man are opening our eyes to stop and search in Jamaica. I want you to listen to his experience, and he must share it with you lot as an eye opener. And I want you to share this because it's Christmas in Jamaica, and Jamaica is not a normal place. Because anywhere where people hungry and sufferation dead, you are going to find these kind of criminality happening daily. Listen keenly to what this man experienced in Jamaica, where number 28 say he's spending billions on the force to make it a safer force for the citizens of Jamaica. But are the citizens of Jamaica with these cops, or they are afraid to interact with these police officers in Jamaica? Listen this.
If I am driving and I identify a police service vehicle at certain location which is not appropriate, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to somewhere where a person is, where more safer for me to stop, because guess what? In a must be police based on what is happening nowadays. So
now, my viewers, before me get into the nitty-gritty of this blog, I want you to listen to what this individual has said about the present condition of Jamaica, because he was stopped, he was driving and get stopped by person pretending to be police. Now these people had police uniform and had police vehicle. Now if you, the civilian, cannot identify or be sure who the police is different from the criminal, then you know say we is a nation in trouble.
So good morning everyone, board members, shareholders, everyone, good morning to each and every one. This is a update and a reminder to every driver who driving on the road. So I finished work this morning about 3:15, 3:20, somewhere there. When I drive out from the rear resort and come straight across the road, heading up in Iron Shore. When I come at the roundabout where Dr. Harris Strong Boulevard, I discover 4 persons in the road in vests and plain clothes. Me say with them a police I do this at this time of morning. However, I step out in the road and pull me up. And I pull up. And the said police switch out the vehicle and step from the vehicle. So me say, excuse me? He start with some dirty words. So me kiss me teeth and me say, guess what? Idiot, batty boy, see me. Me say, catch me for go so. And me sped off. To go up at the checkpoint. Cause I know him can't follow me for go so. Cause if me a driver go up there and him a try pass me, I go bank him. When I reach the checkpoint, before me go up, me start blow me on and flash me lights. So two of the members of the JDF step out. And me I tell them what I go on. So they allow me to come through the checkpoint and pull up through the barrier and pull up. And they all look out. All now we cannot see that vehicle coming. All now. So you know what? Those guys are not police officers. They are posing as if they are police. Christmas is coming. We have to be on our queue where these perpetrator is concerned. And I'm going to be frank with everyone. Even if I am driving and I identify a police service vehicle at certain location, it is not appropriate. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to somewhere where a person is, where more safer for me to stop, because guess what? It must be police based on what is happening nowadays. So I'm just giving every one of you this morning this lowdown to be on your P and your Q when you're going home. Don't just exit your vehicle like that if you have to open your gate. Don't just drive in like that. View your surrounding before you do anything. View your surrounding. If you have camera at home, view your camera while you're on your way home. For those who have camera on your phone, it is very, very important.
How much time throughout this year or in the past we hear of people getting unalive because police come knock them door only for find out when them open the door a criminal a pretend as police. Now this is the same situation almost reached this individual, but this individual look like he's a street man and he was smart and him outsmart them and drive off left them. Now if this man wasn't street smart, step out of him car, who fi tell? Cause this is where the confusion comes in. This man probably if he step out his car, and whether the fake police or whether it's real police start ask this man for things like maybe money or whatever, start get, away upon the man. Cause it's either them are fake police or real police. We don't know. This man probably, if him did same step out of him car and them start harass him and them goes a boom and take off. The next thing you that hear say, probably this man that get unalive. And you that hear say, him have a gun pan him. Or him try to attack the police. So until you check it out, it's a messed up situation because me show you two scenery that could have played out right there. Because these could have been real police, or they could have been fake police, or they could have been real police where are just corrupt police. We would have just take your 3 point because you never listen to them demand. Because these police in Jamaica now, them are not police. Them are some egotistic prick. You can't talk to them or reason with them. Cause them feel like them have so much authority over you. They look down on you like you's a piece of nothing. Because what? Them in them uniform. No one if listen to what this man said, Cause as it coming up to Christmas, we have to spread the awareness across the nation. Cause Mr. Brogard saying spend almost billions and zillions on police force, but yet still look at the police force. We can't tell if a criminal them are them a police.
So much people just go missing, no tale to tell. I thank God I got the chance to jump out and I made use of that opportunity, because you see people's face, you don't see their heart.
An epiphany from a Manchester woman who's still giving thanks for what she deems her lucky escape from a similar fate. Bruised physically and mentally, she recounted her ordeal, which started shortly after leaving work in New Green at 5 o'clock last Thursday afternoon.
Now, here's another eye-opening situation where attempt abduction gone wrong. I guess what viewers, the man that was maybe trying to take away the woman is saying that it's a joke. Him a run. Don't wear a joke to that man, you know. I did to this woman. Cause as the moment she heard him say, him a go off route. And she asked him, say, why you go off route? And him say, him nah go Mandeville, him a take a go Spanish Town. The woman no hesitate, you know. Do a fly out of that. Knee chip up everything. But what? She alive to tell the tales. The only taxi man, the driver stop. And I say, a joke him a make. Listen to what's going on, yes, a car. Poopa Jesus. Jamaica. No, man.
So much people just go missing, no tale to tell. I thank God I got the chance to jump out and I made use of that opportunity, because you see people's face, you don't see their heart.
An epiphany from a Manchester woman who's still giving thanks for what she deems her lucky escape from a similar fate. Bruised physically and mentally, she recounted her ordeal, which started shortly after leaving work in New Green at 5 o'clock last Thursday afternoon.
I heard a car coming behind me. I looked around and realized it was a PPV vehicle. I waved down the vehicle stopped, and I beckoned Mandeville. The driver said yes. I went up to the vehicle and went in the vehicle. When I went in the vehicle, I realized that it was 3 men in the vehicle, the driver and 2 other men, a younger one in the front, an older one in the back.
She says she didn't feel secure but trusted God with her safety. But just then, a diversion from the route.
He didn't go in the roundabout which take you to Mandeville. He proceeded down the highway. I said to the driver, a Mandeville, me say me a going now. He responded, Spanish Town where I go. Immediately, I fly the door. I was seated behind him. I fly the door. He proceeded down the highway. I waited about a minute, and then I jumped out the vehicle straight onto the asphalt.
She says as she tried to get up and collect items that had fallen from her handbag, she saw the driver park the car and head towards her on foot.
People came down and they said to me, what happened? I told them what had happened, that I took this car, he said he's going into Mandeville, and I see him divert and say, Spanish Town where I go, so I jump out. The driver, the people them say, driver, you're wicked, so. And him say, I joke me that make. The people them start say, what kind of joke that? You can't run a serious joke with passenger. And the woman life you talk about, can the woman go to hospital? I told them, no, I'm not going with him. There's no way I could go in that car with him. I'm not going to hospital with him. I prefer die on the road.
She says she then asked his identity, but he gave her only a first name.
I scrambled down to his vehicle and looked in the vehicle to see if I see the license displayed. I didn't see any. So I took off the license number off the plates and took a taxi, tried to get into Mandeville.
She says it affected her ability to work at a job she only started 2 weeks ago.
I couldn't go to work Friday morning. I just had to phone my employer and tell my employer what happened. When I called my employer after it happened, my employer communicated with my employer came, and you know, he was very supportive. He's very supportive. He just called me and said, how me doing? And you know, he has helped me to foot some bills.
The Manchester police have confirmed receiving her report and told TBJ News the matter is being investigated.
Let's turn to Jamaica Public Service, the sole distributor of electricity in Jamaica. In the 1970s, JPS was a government-owned entity, and it symbolized energy independence for the nation. However, the energy sector has always been a challenging one, requiring huge investments in infrastructure and facing constant pressures from rising fuel costs. Over the years, managing JPS became a financial strain on the government leading to privatization moves that eventually placed the company in foreign hands. Today, JPS is primarily owned by Marubeni Corporation from Japan and Korea East-West Power. Together, these two foreign corporations control the majority of Jamaica's power grid. And what does that mean for the people of Jamaica? For one, it means that decisions about energy prices, infrastructure investments, and even policies on renewable energy are influenced by companies with no real stake in the local community. Their bottom line isn't necessarily aligned with what's best for the Jamaican people. Instead, it's about maximizing returns on investment. Imagine paying for electricity every month, knowing that the rates and policies affecting your bill are decided in boardrooms far from Jamaica's shores. Foreign ownership of JPS has led to concerns over high electricity rates, as profit motives often come before public interest. The Jamaican government does retain some regulatory power, but in reality, it has limited control over the day-to-day operations and pricing decisions that directly impact Jamaicans.
You hear that, my viewers and my subscribers? So, when number 28 I make this big announcement, say him a go cut GCT from 15% to 7%. As I said, it is just a one-off thing. It's not like something that gonna stay like that, because he don't have no control over the prices, because these big companies all about profit. Now him gonna this reduction, but as I said, going forward into 2025, you understand what I'm saying to you? Once the election pass, that reduction will disappear.
When you think about it, it's an unsettling reality. An essential service, one that touches every home, every business, every school, is controlled by outsiders. And while there have been promises of improvements and investments, the reality remains. Jamaica's energy sector is, to a significant degree, driven by foreign interests. If these companies decide it's no longer profitable, or if they choose to prioritize certain projects over others, the nation has little leverage. It's an arrangement that places Jamaica in a vulnerable position, reliant on the goodwill and profit margins of entities based halfway around the world. This reliance raises tough questions. If Jamaica can't control its own energy, if the decisions about something so basic and essential are out of the nation's hands, what's next? What other critical areas could follow this pattern of foreign dependence? It's not just about today, it's about setting a precedent. The more Jamaica gives away, the harder it becomes to regain control, and the deeper the country sinks into a state of dependency. But that's not all. There's still more to this story, because if control over power and ports isn't enough to make one pause, then the story of Jamaica's natural resources will drive the point home even further. And believe me, you won't want to miss what comes next. So stay with us as we uncover the final layers of this tale of ownership, sovereignty, and what it really means to be independent. And if you've come this far in the video, feel free to drop a like and share your comments on the issues raised. It helps out the channel, and it sends out this video to more viewers just like you. Jamaica's wealth isn't only in its culture, people, or iconic brands, it's also embedded in its land, particularly in its rich deposits of bauxite and alumina. Bauxite, the primary ore used to produce aluminum, has been one of Jamaica's most lucrative exports, placing the island among the world's top bauxite producers for decades. For Jamaica, bauxite is more than just a mineral. It's a cornerstone of the national economy, a resource that has generated jobs, infrastructure and revenue. But even Jamaica's bauxite industry isn't fully Jamaican-owned anymore. Over time, foreign entities have taken control of large portions of this industry. For instance, UC Rusal, a Russian corporation, and Jiuquan Iron and Steel Company from China hold substantial stakes in Jamaican bauxite and alumina operations. These companies now manage large parts of the island's mining operations, determining how much bauxite is extracted, processed, and exported. In 2016, JISCO acquired the Alpart Alumina refinery in St. Elizabeth from UC Rusal. This deal was initially celebrated as a revival of the industry, bringing hopes of economic rejuvenation and job creation. But with the influx of foreign ownership came the typical concerns. Decisions about production, investment and employment were no longer in Jamaican hands, and environmental concerns began to surface. Mining leaves scars on the land, affecting local communities and ecosystems. For many Jamaicans living near bauxite operations, there are growing worries about pollution, health impacts, and the lasting damage to Jamaica's landscape. Think about it. A nation's resources, its soil, minerals and landscapes, now extracted for foreign profit. What remains of Jamaica's control over its own natural wealth? Foreign ownership in the bauxite sector means that a large portion of the profits flows overseas, while the island faces the brunt of the environmental and social costs.
So as you can hear, there are people who lived in these areas where they're doing the mining that's suffering immensely because of the mining in their area. However, the government pay a blind eye to it, while these foreign investors keep getting richer and richer, and we only get a little tiny percentage of the riches. So you see, when Bob Marley say Babylon release the chain and them a use them brain, him did a tell we about what we are going to witness to see in these times. And we are witness. We are a nation that we don't know our worth. We settle for less than what we deserve. I want you to continue to listen to this, and you might not hear anything more from me throughout this broadcast. But I'm asking you to subscribe to the channel, like, share, and also share this broadcast to a friend. Share it to your family. Share it to like-minded people that have good sense of understanding what's really going on around them in their society.
And while these deals may bring short-term financial gains, they often leave long-lasting impacts that Jamaica alone has to bear. With foreign control over the bauxite industry, Jamaica's autonomy over its own resources continues to diminish. And this isn't just about money. It's about the fundamental right of a nation to govern its own land, to make decisions in the best interest of its people, and to protect its environment for future generations. So, what does it mean for Jamaica if even its natural resources are slipping out of its hands? The bigger picture here is clear. From the skies to the ports, the power grid to the land itself, Jamaica's critical assets are increasingly controlled by outside interests. This pattern isn't unique to Jamaica. It's a global trend seen in many developing nations, but each sale, each lease, each transfer of control chips away at what Jamaica can truly call its own. The risk is that, over time, Jamaica becomes not just a place with foreign investments, but a nation beholden to foreign interests. The question remains, what will be left for Jamaicans if this trend continues? Will future generations have control over their own resources, or will they find that everything valuable has been sold off? There's a delicate balance between welcoming foreign investment and maintaining national sovereignty. And for Jamaica, that balance is becoming increasingly hard to maintain as the scales tip in favor of those with the deepest pockets. So as we conclude, ask yourself, who truly benefits when a nation's assets are sold off to foreign entities? And, more importantly, what does independence mean if control over essential resources is handed to outsiders? Jamaica's story is a cautionary tale.